This is lesson 4. We're going to look at factoring quadratics in the form x squared plus bx plus c. This is also known as factoring simple trinomials. So you can see trinomial because this x squared plus bx plus c has 3 terms, and it's simple because the coefficient in front right here is 1. So the general form would be ax squared plus bx plus c. So we want to take this trinomial and make it look like x plus r times x plus 7. And r and 7 would be numbers. So for example, x plus 3 times x plus 5. That's what we want our final answers. So first what we're going to do is just recall from the other day how to expand. So what I would suggest is pause the video and go ahead and expand these 4 multiplication questions. All right, so you know it's x times x is x squared, x times 5 is 5x, 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 5 is 15. And so we get x squared plus 8x plus 15. Okay, and we'll go through and do the same to the next one. So x times x is x squared, x times negative 8 is a negative 8x, negative 2 times x is a negative 2x, and negative 2 times negative 8 is a positive 16. And then we end up with x squared minus 10x plus 16. Our next one, x times x is x squared minus 2x plus 6x minus 12, x squared plus 4x minus 12. And then lastly, we have x squared minus 8x plus 3x minus 24. And that would be x squared minus 5x minus 24. And this is what we did in our last lesson. Remember what we call when you go from here, this line to this line, that's called expand. And what we're doing is looking to go the other way. We're going to take the trinomial and we want to go to the binomial being multiplied. So this we call factoring. Right, that would be factor. And those two are opposite. All right, so what we want to do is see, is there any patterns in here that can kind of help us do the factoring? And so we're going to look at how are 3 and 5 related to 15. So we're talking about this 3 and this 5, and how is it related to this 15? Well, we learned a long time ago, we know that if you multiply 3 times 5, you get 15. Okay, the next thing that we want to look at, so now we can see how these factors are related to the last term, and we call that the C term. Okay, so we can see those two values multiply to get 15. And if we look, it continues. Negative 2, it's the same in every of these. Negative 2 times negative 18 is a positive 16. Even the signs show you the sign here, because we're multiplying 2 positives here, and they give us a positive 15. Multiplying 2 negatives, they give us a positive 16. I multiply positive 6 times a negative 2, that gives me a negative 12. And I multiply positive 3 times a negative 8, and I get a negative 24. So we can even add to this that when I multiply my factors, that's what we're going to call, sorry, I'm just getting a pen here. When we multiply the factors, we get the C value, right? So multiplying the factors gives C. And then I'll just clarify that these are known as the factors. And factors, remember, it means numbers that we're multiplying. All right, the next question is, how are 3 and 5 related to 8? So let's take a look at that. I'll get a different color. So we want to know now, how are 3 and 5 related to 8? So I can see if I add 3 and 5 together, I get 8. Okay, so that's what we're looking at, the b value. So we can see that adding (3) and 5 give 8. And if we check the other ones, -2 plus -8 is -10. Okay, so it works in the second example we did. +6 plus -2 gives a +4. +3 plus a -8 gives a -5. So we can see then that if we add the factors, we get b. So let's go ahead and we'll write that underneath. Adding the factors gives b. All right, we're going to use those two concepts in order to factor. So in order to go from the trinomial and back up to the original multiplication of binomials. So here's the steps. Step 1, we always check if there's a common factor. That's the lesson we did yesterday. I'm not going to do any examples like that until we understand how to actually do the factoring. So we have to look at the c value. So the c value and I'm going to keep it the same color actually. Look at the c value and we have to look at the b value and determine what factors multiply to give c and the same factors have to add to give b. And then we simply put the factors into the equation. All right, so let's take a look at the first one. And so this is what we're thinking. The c value is 12. So we have to think what times what equals 12. And then we have to think the same numbers will add to give 7. And so we use the factors of 12. So the factors of 12 are the numbers that multiply to give 12. So in my head, I'm thinking 1 times 12 is 12. 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 4. Those are all the factors. And when I go through, I can see that 3 and 4 multiply give 12, and they also add to give 7. So once I find the factors, the last step is just to write it in the brackets. So we know x always goes in the front, and 3 is one factor, 4 is the other factor. And then we need to look at the signs. If my question has a positive b value and a positive c value, these need to both be positive. And that's because +3 times +4 gives a 12, and +3 plus +4 gives +7. And we're done. And you can check this by expanding, just like we did up here. You could take and expand and see if you get the same trinomial. All right, let's try the next one. So we're going to think in our head, what times what equals 15, and then what plus what equals 8, the same numbers. And you don't have to list the factors like I am right now, but this is a good way if you get stuck to think about it. So the factors of 15 are 1 and 15, 3 and 5, and we can see right away that 3 and 5 would be the factors that work. And they need to both be positive in order to result in a positive 15 when you multiply and a positive 8 when you add. So now we go ahead to our brackets and we get x plus 3 and x plus 5. Right, we use these factors 3 and 5 and just put them into the binomials, into the brackets. All right, let's go ahead. Let's try the next one. Now, if you're starting to get the hang of this, at any time you could pause the video and just see if you can do it on your own. Okay, you're going to think what times what equals 6, the c value. What plus what equals 4. And actually, I'm thinking it might be a good idea. I'm going to write just on the side here. What times what equals c, and what plus what equals b. There we go. And then we have that little reminder to go back to. Okay, so for 6, the factors are, let's see, 1 times 6, and 2 times 3. So 1 times 6 does not add to 4, and 2 times 3 does not add to 4. So that tells me that this is not factorable. Okay, that can come up once in a while. All right, let's try the next one. So we're going to go what times what equals their C value, which is 28, and what plus what equals negative 29. So I want you to notice this is the first time a negative's coming up, and remember it goes with the B value. Okay, but we do the same things. We don't let that negative scare us away. We're going to do the factors, are 1 times 28, 2 times 14, I believe it is 28, 3, 4 times 7. Okay, and I think that's it. So for this one, I can see that 1 and 28 will add to give 29. And the other, there's no other combinations that'll help. So I know my factors are 1 and 28. Now this is the first time that we have a negative in there. So let's think about this. I need to get a positive 28. The only way to get a positive 28 is if my factors are both positive or both negative. So, and I have a negative 29 here. So the only way, oops, this should be a 28, I apologize. That should be an 8. The only way for 1 and 28 to add up to negative 29 is if they are both negative. Negative 1 plus negative 28 gives me a negative 29. So that means that the factors this time have to both be negative. They multiply. Negative 1 times negative 28 gives me the positive 28 I need. So in my bracket this time, it's not going to be x plus, it'll be x minus 1 times x minus 28. All right, let's go to the next page. I'm going to put my reminder just at the top that we're always doing what times what equals the C value and what plus what equals the B value. All right, so we have x squared minus 9x plus 20. So what times what equals C, what plus what equals B, and I need the factors for 20. So we're doing 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 4 times 5. Okay, when I look at my B value, it's 9, so 4 and 5 are the factors that add to give me 9. I put in C and B, and I forgot to put in the numbers from the question. The C value is 20, and the B value is negative 9. All right, that's better. Okay, so I can see my 20 is positive. So either these are both positive or both negative. My B value is negative, and that tells me my factors both have to be negative. Okay, and then we go to our brackets. So we have x minus 4 times x minus 5. All right, and I can see even ahead before I look at my factors, if the B value is negative and the C value is positive, I already know that my brackets will have to be x minus and x minus, because I know that they'll have the B value when I add, I need a negative, and this has to be a positive. So you'll start to get into the pattern and realizing if we go back here, we know that if we have 2 positives, we know we're going to have 2 positives in the brackets here, right? And so if we have a negative positive, we'll have 2 negatives in the bracket. All right, let's think about what factors we need. So it's going to be what times what equals 72, and what plus what equals negative 17. Okay, my video is at 14 minutes. I'm going to pause it here, and I'll come back to finish the question in the next video.